Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of my QR code series. So we started this week off on Monday with a brand new team from a Japanese player called Suica. I have recently found out that he does have a Twitter handle as well, and he has a brilliant blog, so it's definitely worth checking that out. I'll leave his Twitter handle in the description below, so go ahead, follow him. He's obviously a brilliant team builder, so just give him a follow and check out his blog as well, just to give him a shout out for the team. So we're going to continue on today with this fun team. We had some super fun matches on Monday with it, so hopefully we kind of continue those today. The team is just really hyper offensive, but it also has the Snorlax in there to kind of help cover with the Trick Room mode as well. We'll go for Gladian music. So yeah, like I say, he's got the rain mode with the Golduck, is a really super fast mode. He's got the Garchomp and the Tapu Koko as well to kind of cover things, as well as the Celesteela, which is a nice defensive pivot there. And like I said, the Snorlax helps cover against anything, any Trick Room modes that get set up. And with the Choice Band item, it's hitting extremely hard. So we have our first opponent of the day, and they are running a team of Tapu Lele, Whimsicott, Metagross, Arcanine, Garchomp, and Vikavolt. So what are we going to do here? He's obviously got the Psychic Core with the Metagross and the Tapu Lele. He has the Whimsicott that can set up Tailwind and just cause a lot of disruption, so we need to be careful of that. He's obviously got the Arcanine as well, which can cause us quite a few troubles with the Celesteela and just with the Intimidate in general. So what are we going to do against this team? Let's see. So we have got the Scarf Garchomp that we can take advantage of, but I'm quite tempted to lead off with, because I don't think my opponent will lead with the Arcanine. I'm tempted to lead off with the Garchomp and the Celesteela. Yeah, Garchomp, Celesteela. Or Garchomp, Pelipper actually. That's what I'm going to lead with. Garchomp, Pelipper, Celesteela, and I'm going to bring Tapu Koko on the back. I'm going to leave the Snorlax and the Golduck out this time, but hopefully we have enough in our arsenal to kind of get through this match. So be interested to see what my opponent kind of goes for, but we also need to be aware of the nature power that Whimsicott could potentially have. It has picked up a lot of uses, especially within Japan recently, where Whimsicott can take advantage of all the terrains out at any given point of a battle. So we do see my opponent lead off with his Whimsicott and the Vigavolt, and we do lead ourselves with the Garchomp and the Pelipper. So how are we going to approach this? We do get the rain out onto the field, which is nice. I'm tempted. I am actually really tempted just to go for a Rock Slide and a Hurricane into the Vigavolt. So I think I might just do that, to be honest. So Hurricane will be hitting for neutral damage, the Rock Slide will be doing super effective damage, and we always have the potential of picking up a flinch as well. So we get the Rock Slide off first. We do good damage to both Pokemon. We're not proccing any berries on the Vigavolt that potentially holds. We do see a Taunt come off from the Whimsicott, but we haven't went for the Tailwind this turn, straight for the Hurricane. And hopefully, we'll see, it is hitting neutrally, so I don't know if it's going to pick up the KO. Vigavolt is very bulky, and we do see a Mud Shot onto the Garchomp. So that will reduce our speed, unfortunately. But we should be outspeeding that Vigavolt with our Garchomp. So I'm going to go for another Rock Slide here. We do have to be careful though of that Whimsicott going for a Moonblast into the Garchomp. But I'm not going to worry too much about that. I'm just going to go for a Hurricane into the Whimsicott and another Rock Slide, because like I say, we should be outspeeding that Vigavolt anyway with our Garchomp, even after the speed drop. So we do see the Whimsicott go for a Tailwind. We get the Rock Slide off, pick up the KO onto the Vigavolt, and we will get the Hurricane off with our Pelipper onto the Whimsicott. It is 100% accurate, remember, when the rain is present on the field. So we will pick up the KO on the Wimmy, and we're down to my opponent's last two Pokemon. But do remember that he has got a Trick Room setup, a Tailwind setup, so he will be able to take advantage of that with whatever he's got in the back. So my opponent brings out the Metagross. and the Tapu Lele. Okay. So, I think what our main priority here is to try and just stall out this Tailwind and then get the Garchomp back in to kind of get some big damage off onto the Metagross and the Lele. So what I'm going to do is switch out my Garchomp to my Celesteela, and I'm just going to protect my Pelipper this turn. Oh, I can't protect, can I? Because I'm taunted. I'm just going to go for a Scald onto the Metagross, because what my opponent has to do is really double up into the Pelipper to make sure it's taking it down this turn. If it doesn't, then I will get a Scald off just because of that Focus Sash. So we should get a Scald off onto the Metagross, but see what my opponent goes for. See the Moonblast come off from the Tapu Lele into the Celesteela, doing big damage through a critical hit. It will take a bit of recoil damage from the Life Orb that it's holding, and we see a Zen Headbutt come off from the Metagross. So my opponent's only hope here is really getting the flinch, which it doesn't, and we get the Scald off onto the Metagross, do some good damage, and don't pick up the burn. But that's not too much of an issue. So what I'm going to do here, I can't protect with my Celesteela, so I'm just going to go straight for a Heavy Slam into the Tapu Lele and go for a... I'm going to protect my Pelipper just this turn. It stalls out another turn of Trick Room. Tailwind, sorry, I keep getting them too mixed up. We haven't got Trick Room up. So the Tapu Lele goes for a Thunderbolt onto the Celesteela. Because of that Assault Vest, we will be able to take that though, so that's super nice. You see Zen Headbutt come off from the Metagross, and it's super unfortunate for my opponent, because that Zen Headbutt would have been enough to take out the Celesteela, but the Zen Headbutt did miss. We do get the Heavy Slam off onto the air, pick up the KO there, and get a Beast Boost in attack. So we've got one more turn of Tailwind to go after this. That Zen Headbutt was super unfortunate for my opponent though. What I'm going to go for is an Earthquake with my Celesteela and just another Scald with my Pelipper. And my opponent forfeits, so that miss there was really unfortunate. It allowed us to get the KO onto the Tapu Lele, so it made it really closed the match down there, so it's really unfortunate. But good games to my opponent. We've got to remember we still had two Pokemon in the back that we could have brought in after the Tailwind had stalled out, so we still had a good chance to kind of bring the match back in our favour and take care of the Metagross and the Lele, even if we had been KO'd that turn. So we will not dwell on that too much and go straight into game 2. So let's see if we can maybe feature some other Pokemon that we haven't recently featured yet. So we're slowly climbing up the ladder. It's actually benefiting the School of Hard Knocks episodes using this card now on the ladder, because the better this team does and the better my School of Hard Knocks team does, the higher up the ladder we're getting and the more difficult the opponents are getting. So it's going to hopefully provide you guys with some more entertaining matches. So hopefully it won't take too long to find our next opponent. I'm going to be a bit sad actually. We're only using this team 3 times a week. That's kind of what I was doing, pick a new team every week to kind of use. It just gives you guys a bit more of an array of different Pokemon to kind of look at and teams to look at, and it's just showcasing different teams. So, but I do enjoy playing with this team. I haven't had many matches with it, but it is a very fun team to play. And the bell rings again, and we have an next opponent from Japan, and they are running a team of Snorlax, Arcanine, Tapu Fini, Porygon 2, a Alolan Persian, and a Alolan Muck. So what are we going to do against this team? Porygon 2 could be quite problematic here, but again we have the Snorlax, so we can take advantage if my opponent does go for that Trick Room. But then my opponent does have a Snorlax of his own, so I'd imagine the Lele to lead here, possibly, just to cancel out the terrain from my Tapu Koko. But I am tempted just to lead with the Rain Mode here. Let's see what we can do. Celesteela is also quite nice. Obviously we have to be careful for the Porygon 2 with the T-Ball and the Arcanine, but other than that it can do quite a good job against the majority of other things on the team. Let's think. I think what I'm going to do is lead off with... I'm going to lead Tapu Koko and Garchomp. I'm going to bring Pelipper and... Should I bring Snorlax or should I just bluff the Snorlax? I think I might bluff the Snorlax and bring Celesteela as my fourth choice here. Because at least with bringing the Pelipper in this situation, it allows me to have an option with the Celesteela for switching in on my Garchomp Earthquake, which could be quite nice in this sort of situation. We have to be careful if my opponent does lead here with the Tapu Fini, of course, because it's going to be able to take all of those water type attacks reasonably well, and it puts a lot of pressure onto my Garchomp straight away. So we do see the Tapu Fini and Porygon 2 come out as my opponent's leads, and we do see the Tapu Koko and the Garchomp come out for myself. So we're going to get the Electric Surge up, but the Misty Terrain will overrun that, so my opponent will get the Misty Terrain up over the Electric Terrain. And we're going to see a download boost from the Porygon 2, and it gets a special attack boost, so not ideal. So, what are we going to do here? See what the Tapu Koko does. I'd imagine that the Porygon 2 maybe to just go straight for an Ice Beam onto my Garchomp. Or it might just go straight for an attack onto the Tapu Koko. I think what I'm going to do is... try and get some damage off on everything. No, I'm not. I'm going to just double into the Porygon 2 here. The Dragon Claw and a Thunderbolt. Just to try and get some damage onto it. So the Fini does protect, so that's good news for us. We probably will see a Trick Room maybe come out here. Going to get Dragon Claw off. I forget that the Misty Terrain's powering down the Dragon type moves, so we're not going to be doing too much damage at all. Take Porygon 2 down to about half health, but we are going to lose our Garchomp here, which is super unfortunate and not the best start to the match at all. We would have been better off going for a Rock Slide in that situation. So what are our options now to bring in? We could probably pick up a KO onto the Porygon 2 if we bring in our Pelipper here, but we've got to be then careful about powering up the Tapu Fini at the same time. So I think what I'll do is bring in my Celesteela. Hopefully it will outspeed the Porygon 2 and we will be able to pick up the KO onto it before it can get a move off with our Tapu Koko and Celesteela combination here. So I'm going to go for a T-Bolt and I'm going to go for a Heavy Slam into the Porygon 2. And hopefully, like I said, that is enough and we outspeed the Porygon 2 to pick up a KO there before it can get any attacks off. So we get the T-Bolt off with Tapu Koko, take the Porygon 2 down to about 20%, 15% of the health. You see a Heal Pulse from the Fini, great play from my opponent. It is going to restore the health of that Tapu Porygon 2. We will get a Heavy Slam off, but it will not be doing enough damage at all. There's a good amount of damage actually, and we've seen Ice Beam come off from the Porygon 2 into the Tapu Koko. So... I wonder if the Porygon 2 is in... Because we could just go for another T-Bolt, hope that's enough to take out the Porygon 2. It might be, and go for a Seed Bomb into the Fini and start chipping that down. So that's what I'm going to lock into. We're going to see the Porygon 2 withdraw and the Snorlax come in. So the Snorlax will take the T-Bolt quite comfortably. Will activate a Misty Seed. Special defense goes up, so it's going to be comfortably taking this attack. And we'll see what the Tapu Fini goes for. Goes for a Moonblast, probably into the Tapu Koko. So we've taken a massive lead disadvantage there. My opponent's taking a big lead. And we'll get the Seed Bomb off into the Tapu Fini. Does respectable damage, about 40%. And we've only got our Pelipper to bring in. So, what can we do here? Not a lot. Not a great deal. We do summon the rain to the field. And I think we're going to have to really... it's difficult, really. I think probably go for a Hurricane into the Snorlax and then a Heavy Slam and just hope we can chip it down enough. And maybe pick up a bit of confusion onto it. But it's not looking too good now. We haven't really led as well as we could have done in this match. The Porygon 2 is definitely more of a problem for the team than what I originally kind of concepted. And we see a Swagger come out from the Tapu Fini, boosting that Snorlax attack. So it's going to be hitting stupidly hard now. We do get the Heavy Slam off onto the Snorlax. Not doing early enough as much damage as we need to. Take a big return. It will take us down to our Sash. And we're just going to see the Finny probably go for a heal pulse. So I'm going to try and... oh, this is super difficult. I'm going to go for a Hurricane. I'm going to double into the Finny here because the Finny is just going to go for a heal pulse onto the Snorlax. The Snorlax are probably... so the Snorlax actually protects here, so doubling up into the Finny wasn't a bad idea, but I don't know if we'll get both attacks off before the Finny will be able to attack. Get the Hurricane off onto the Finny. We do proc Super Berry, so it is going to be able to take the Seed Bomb. Tapu Fini goes for the Moonblast into the Pelipper, I would imagine. Yeah. And we're down to Celesteela. So we've got our Celesteela against the world. So it's not looking good at all. Misty Terrain disappears from the field. So let's see what we can do with this Celesteela. I think our priority here is that Snorlax is stupidly overpowered. It's definitely not in Heavy Slam range. I think we need to get rid of the Tapu Fini because without getting rid of that, it's just going to carry on heal pulsing like we're seeing now the Snorlax. So if we can get that out of the picture at least, it's one thing down, but I think we're far too far into the match now to get any sort of result back. That Snorlax is sitting on +2 attack. It's going to be hitting very hard, even though it's normal type attacks aren't going to be very effective. We do get a Beast Boost in attack, but... and we see a curse come out from the Snorlax. Oh, okay. This is what getting destroyed looks like. So really innovative Snorlax here. So we've seen curse, return, protect, and I imagine it might have high horsepower. So we see the muck come in, but we do not have much chance. I'm just going to go for an Earthquake. It will hit both my opponent's Pokemon. It won't be doing very much at all to the Snorlax, and it'll probably do decent enough damage to the muck. So we do take the muck down to about 30%. It does proc its berry, and we're going to take 2 big attacks, so we get a knockoff from the muck, doing just above 50% damage, and I'd imagine the return here, +2 return from the Snorlax. Oh, just to prolong the battle that bit longer. So I will just finish things off with an Earthquake. It's a bit unfortunate. Obviously I need to rethink about how a matchup against Porygon 2. I think it put a massive thorn in my side going into that first turn. Not adjusting right, and maybe bringing our own Snorlax there might have been a better call. Tapu Fini as well, just not dealing with that, and allowing it to get the heal pulses up obviously just made it nearly impossible for us to have any way to win the match. So good games to my opponent, very well played, and that will end the episode there, guys. So we've had a couple of good games, good win, and then a bit of a showing up, to say the least. But fun battles, nevertheless. It's always nice seeing this Snorlax kind of get set up and just destroy an opponent's team, isn't it? we all enjoy that. So guys, we'll call it a day there, but I hope you've enjoyed the episode. Like I always say, if you have enjoyed the episode, please leave a like on the video. It's massively appreciated. Again, big shout outs to Suica for letting me use his QR code team. It's and like I said earlier in the video, I popped his Twitter handle down in the description of this video, so give him a follow on Twitter, check out his blog and everything like that. He's obviously a great team builder, and until Friday, that'll be the next episode. We'll be using this team. I will see you guys later, so take care of yourselves, enjoy the rest of your evenings, and I will see you then. So until then guys, like always, like I always say, take care of yourselves and goodbye bye.